Hey kids, comics! Silver-haired Bronze Age babe here, yakking about her comic book collection, and today I want to talk about one of the most famous runs in all of comic book history, the Green Lantern, Green Arrow books by Neil Adams doing the art and Denny O'Neil writing the books. These are generally believed to be the official start of the Bronze Age. This book in particular, this is Green Lantern number 76. You'll notice that I have a reprint copy, and it's because the original copies of this book in particular are very expensive, and I just don't have the bucks to do that. So it starts off with a series of very socially relevant, very politically pertinent comic books wherein Adams and O'Neil took on many of the issues of the day, from racism to poverty to environmental destruction to gun control, and they really had it was kind of a first ripped from the headlines kind of series, and it has been reprinted a lot, I think, and so you can find the stories on the digital copies and in trade paperbacks. As I've mentioned before, I decided to chase down the originals because I like to hold old comics and smell old comics and read the letters to the editor page of old comics and just really fall into them in a time capsule kind of way. So it took me a while to put this run together because some of them are easy to find and not expensive, others not so much. This one, I will say, is the first book in this run that I got, and I bought it because I was kind of on I had re-entered comic book collecting, and I was on a Neil Adams cover binge. Just anything that had Neil Adams on the cover, I was going after it. And this particular book was relatively inexpensive, so I got that. And the minute I bought it and opened it up, it's like, oh my God, that's Spiro Agnew. And on the inside, you see a representation of Richard Nixon. So because I was a kid in the 70s, I was all over that like white on rice. So I knew I was in for a good treat to get the entire run. The books themselves are also there are two super famous issues in addition to the first issue, but this one, My Ward is a Junkie, that is a very famous issue about drug abuse, which cities and the nation was really beginning to struggle with in a real way. And then the follow-up issue also dealt with that subject. So it's just, and I gotta say, the Neil Adams cover with just the faces of America being hurt by drug addiction. It's just, the effort there to talk about, used comic books to talk about real issues. Now, for those of you who are high-grade fans, please shade your eyes. I know this is upsetting. I've talked about it before, but this was the last book that I needed to complete the run of this particular title, and the others are so expensive, so I just got it, and I apologize. But the final book in the Green Lantern series, it's like, Jesus imagery much? But it is of a piece with everything that O'Neil and Adams were doing. And so this was the final Green Lantern, Green Arrow book devoted to that storyline. Now there are some others, and I'm going to share those with you at the next video. So thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time.